Everybody. I have to add to my article yesterday about Meta, Facebook's name change to Meta, because of comments to my articles that were just so insightful. I wanted to share them with everybody. So I want to call this Metaverse and Metatron. Is there a connection? And there were a few very insightful responses to my article about the name change Facebook is undergoing to Meta. I believe that the word meta is shorthand for a concept in the high-tech world known as the metaverse. The metaverse is the new artificial improvement on the universe. You see, God made the universe. It's a moral universe and imposes limits on humanity, such as time, space, and matter. But the new gods of high-tech, modern world want to make something beyond the universe and improve on the universe. And so the metaverse is a highly reality augmented integration of the internet with the real world. Now let me quote from an article that I have the link on my blog called "What is the Metaverse?" Virtual reality and augmented reality will fully integrate with the world around us, they say, so we won't need to look down at screens all the time. Actually, that part sounds pretty nice. If a friend wants to speak with us, we won't have to read a text or an email or speak on the phone. A digital version of them, like a Princess Leia hologram in Star Wars, will emerge and simply tell you the message they wanted to deliver. If you're hungry, maybe a character from your favorite show, whatever those will look like, would pop up and suggest you get something from the new restaurant down the street. That's the metaverse. When I posted my article on Free Republic, it was pointed out to me that though meta means beyond in Greek, in the Hebrew language it means death. Now here's a comment from a friend who goes by the name 444 Flyer. Meta means dead in Hebrew. Grave error? Facebook's new name, Meta, means dead in Hebrew. 444 Flyer also had this insight on the logo that Meta has chosen. And Zuckerberg's new Meta Infinity logo origin is this, the symbol of the serpent. Now you know who is behind all this deceptive new technology. Genesis 3:1, Revelation 12:9. Now, where does the infinity logo come from? One theory dictates that it finds its origins in the Ouroboros symbol, historically symbolizing infinity and the cycle of birth and death. The Ouroboros depicts a snake or dragon biting its own tail while contorted into a horizontal figure eight. And this is from an article called Facebook Rebrand. Among the comments after my article was the suggestion of a connection between Meta and the Metatron. This is interesting. The Metatron is an occult figure, the angel beyond the throne of God, who is supposed by some, erroneously, to be the angel of the Lord. The teaching of the Metatron comes from the Kabbalah and from the Zohar, which are two occult treatments of the Torah of God. An apostate Bible teacher named Jacob Prask has elaborated extensively on the Metatron in his sermons and in his Moriel quarterly newsletter, granting this occult figure out of Jewish mysticism the attributes of Jesus Christ. Two of my readers in my last blog article, and several who read the same article on Free Republic, suggested that there may indeed be a direct connection between the Metatron and the Metaverse. Why not? The Metatron is an Antichrist, and we know from Scripture that Antichrist will deceive the world and even seem to bring to life an image, a hologram, an avatar, and cause all the world to worship that image to their own eternal destruction. Now finally, a dear reader friend named Severanio David posted this wise caution. Listen to what he says. The world's wealthiest people are spending untold billions, laboring day and night to create a digital world into which they intend to plunge the whole of humanity. If it was any other language than Hebrew, it wouldn't have bothered me a bit, and I probably wouldn't even have paid attention to it. But the fact that in Hebrew, God's language, the word meta means is dead, is not funny at all, but prophetically shocking. All the more so when you take a look at the digital prison that has been constructed all around us here on day 560 of 15 days to flatten the curve. And I can continue this quote. Don't think for a minute that this is just Mark Zuckerberg, because it's not. Far from it. As I said above, the world's wealthiest people are spending untold billions, laboring day and night to create a digital world into which they intend to plunge the whole of humanity. For instance, Elon Musk is working on self-driving cars and digital currency. Bill Gates wants all humans to be forced to have a digital ID. Jeff Bezos, a centralized global economy. Google is creating armies of soldier robots, and they're all using artificial intelligence to do it. The Bible warns about such a time of signs, miracles, and wonders, where images come to life and the people fall down to worship as they receive the mark. The whole world is being prepped and conditioned, gaslit and seduced into accepting a brave new amoral universe, which will be the perfect breeding ground for the terrors of Revelation 13. Shalom, everybody. Look up to Jesus.